Just a brief introduction about myself. My name is Vinayak Aazad. I am from the Indian Revenue Service, Customs and Indirect Taxation of the 1994 batch, presently on deputation to the Inland Waterways Authority of India under the Ministry of Port, Shipping and Waterways. Joined about 4 months back here. I'm going to stick to my time. There's a timer right in front of me, and I think the next session is lunch, so I'm not going to hold you back for too long. I'll be giving a very general presentation about the benefits of the inland waterway route, particularly for the mining and steel sector. But whatever I tell here, whatever I show here is pretty much applicable to all the sectors. So just a brief introduction about the organization. Inland Waterways Authority was founded under an Act of Parliament in 1985, and basically we facilitate the movement of cargo and traffic in the inland waterways route. So we are not the owners of the waterway. As we all know, the waterway is used for various purposes, for drinking, for irrigation, and also from transportation, and that's where the Inland Waterways Authority comes in. Now, these are some of the projects or the activities that we undertake. As I said, our vision and aim is to increase the movement of cargo in the inland waterways. These are some of the key functions. You can just go through them. Now, these are some of the benefits. As we have been talking about the reducing the carbon footprint, having a greener mode of transportation and production. So waterways is one of the cleanest and the greenest mode of transportation. So these are some of the benefits that I am showing you on the slide. Apart from the cost benefit, there are environmental and social benefits like air pollution, noise pollution, soil and water pollution, emissions, surface occupation, and reduction in accidents. These are all vis-a-vis road and rail. Now, this is just a brief outlook of how the world transports its cargo through the inland waterway route. In India, we are just about 2%, which is abysmally low at the moment. Our target is to increase it to 5% by 2030 and up to 7% by 2047, which is a very big and challenging task, because when we are talking of the modal share, we are competing with road and rail, which are very well established modes of transport. However, as you can see, countries all across the world fully utilize their waterways. Even our neighboring countries utilize it much more. Bangladesh uses about 15 to 17%. Countries like Netherlands use transport almost half their cargo through the inland waterway route. So we have a long way to go. This is the total traffic and a breakup of the commodities that we transport on the inland waterways route in India. Primarily it is used for bulk transport, and we have been growing. Last fiscal we did 126 metric ton, which is a growth of almost 19% vis-a-vis the last fiscal. This map shows you the opportunities and the present routes that are available. This map is showing you primarily National Waterway 1 and 2 and the Indo-Bangladesh Protocol route. So Indo-Bangladesh Protocol route, gentlemen, is also important not only from the bilateral point of view, but also from connecting and transporting the goods to the landlocked areas of our country, which is the northeast, through the Bangladesh route. And we have a mutual agreement with Bangladesh where we allow their vessels also to operate in our waters. This is the rough estimate of the IBB movement. I'll just skip that. And this again the same, the IBP movement of the cargo. Steel is one of the item. Tata Steel has transported its products to Agartala and to Dhubri in Assam using the Indo-Bangladesh protocol route. So of course steel sector is one of the main beneficiaries of this route once it is fully utilized. This is what I was talking about last month only, just less than a month back. Big consignment traveled to Agartala and earlier to Dhubri. I'll come to the infrastructure. These are some of the steel industries which are located in various parts of the country which can utilize the inland waterway route. All of you are from the industry, so you would very well be aware of these locations of these industries, and these are the potential areas which can be exploited from the and shift from the traditional modes, which is rail and road. Again, we have these cargo handling facilities at Varanasi. We have a big multimodal terminal at Varanasi, Sahibganj and Haldia, and also at Dhubri in Assam, and we are building another one at Jogigopa, which is about 27 kilometers upstream in Assam. These are some of the opportunities for the steel transport. As I mentioned, it can carry larger weights of the cargo. It is much more environmental friendly, and we have the multimodal terminals located in UP and Bihar, which are in the hinterland. So and also to export to Bangladesh and transport of goods to the northeast. Lots of challenges which come, and the advantages that we have. These are some of the advantages of inland waterways vis-a-vis the traditional modes of transport. Some of the efforts which with regard to the steel industries, this is just basically I'm giving you an outlook that we have been very proactive right at the top level. At the Honorable Minister, he has been taking personal interest. There have been communications with various industries. We have asked from the Ministry of Steel here to commit 10% of the cargo through the inland waterway route, and Tata Steel, as I mentioned, has already undertaken some pilot projects in this regard. These are some of the the way forward in the inland waterway ecosystem. Inland waterway system, gentlemen, is interlinked with other modes of transport in our country because we don't have a system of factories along the river route, so necessarily it becomes multimodal. So when we are trying to promote movement through the waterways route, it will necessarily be multimodal. So the first mile and the last mile connectivity becomes of utmost importance. So we have to depend on the land, on the state government and upon other industries in this regard. So that's it. This is the brief outlook that I gave. I hope you understood the importance. I'm reminded of what the inaugural speaker today morning was mentioning about the banking system in Bangladesh. He mentioned about Dr. Yunus, taking a challenging step, saying that I will not follow the best practice, but this would be the next practice. So transportation through inland waterway route, gentlemen, should be the next practice. I understand it's a big challenge to shift your logistics from the established modes of rail and road, but we are looking at long-term perspective and reducing your carbon footprint and maybe earning some carbon credits as well. Thank you very much.